All right, I do like to start on time, and thank you for joining us this evening for the YouTube Crafting the Perfect Video to Grow Your Business. Yes, this is live on this Tuesday, actually Monday night, February 8th, 2021 at 7:02 p.m. now. And you must be a video business, or you must be a business yourself, a small business owner, and you want to know how to craft the perfect video to grow your business. This is the perfect spot. My name is Brian. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, and I know all of your microphones are muted, and I will be taking questions after this short presentation. It's only about 30 minutes, but it's packed with good stuff, and we'll take some questions along the way at the end. So if you have something that you want to talk about, we can do that at the very end. So I've been 25 years as a video professional, and now is very exciting. And video is the only real way to get personal when we communicate. And I know a pandemic has forced us to look at alternative ways to continue business. And if you're a small business owner, which is probably why you're attending this webinar, you must continually think of ways to get your products and services in front of as many people as possible, all without breaking the bank. So using YouTube for business can be a cost-effective way to grow if used regularly as part of your marketing strategy. Now, I say marketing strategy, it's not something big. I mean, if you're putting content constantly out there about your business and about your products, YouTube can help grow your business. So in this presentation, I'm going to quickly take an in-depth look at all of the secrets I use to quickly and easily create compelling video content and all the best tools to use. You're going to be an instant video professional tonight with the knowledge and strategies of a big marketing firm. So giving you the power to broadcast and influence to millions of YouTube users right at your fingertips. Now, the challenge today, I think, that many businesses face, if you're a real estate agent, a marketing place, if you own a food store, I mean, if any kind of business, advertising, sales, you have the pressure right now to create long content, rich content videos that are long. I mean, not so today. This was true back in the day of big equipment and long attention spans, but it all is a myth. Video production is scary today. It's daunting. It's a huge learning curve. It's technical. You don't want to risk embarrassment. You might even think it's expensive to produce. So today, again, I'm going to teach you how to grow your business on YouTube with the perfect video. It can look absolutely horrible, but still get amazing results with the techniques and tricks I'm about to show you today. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm on a mission to rid this world of bad video. Now, bad video is more than video that sounds horrible or looks horrible. So let me define bad video to get into the context of this presentation. So bad video is not strategically placed. Bad video doesn't speak to the intended audience. It doesn't get results. It's not showing a return on investment. Bad video doesn't generate leads. It doesn't engage. It has little views. It has no call to action. And it takes forever to get to the point. And not only that, bad video steals away precious time from those who watch. So again, in this presentation, I'm going to open your eyes on how to create super simple YouTube videos without having to invest time or money. Now, these are going to be good videos. I'm not going to teach you production quality, look good in front of the camera. I mean, this is really up to you. I'm not going to talk about good lighting, the perfect camera. We all know this, right? Psychology is what I'm going to teach you. You don't have to be a video pro at all during this. Again, you can create the crappiest video and still get hits on YouTube and sales and business. You don't have to be a video pro. So I want to give you the number one secret right now tonight on creating good video. This is a professional tip, and it's really, really simple. Know your audience. Your audience, and understanding them is the key to great video, just like in a relationship with a human being. If you don't know who they are, you're not going to press their buttons, or you're not going to have a relationship with them. So again, as a business, your videos and you as a business, you have to know your audience. It's the key to great video. Great content starts with the basic research and identification of who you are talking to. It's really that simple. Marketing personas are a great place to kick off. So, if you're not familiar with the term marketing persona, it's basically a fictional description of an average person in your audience to help you target your marketing more precisely. So, if you're a business owner selling soap, you're not going to sell to a farmer. You know your audience better than anyone else does, your customer. And the easiest place to start is demographic data. Like, what's their age? What's their gender? What's their marital status? Do they have a job? Are they educated? So, with this deep understanding, you can create video content that focuses on your audience's specific pain points. And this is what makes good video. So, if you're just in front of the camera talking, blabbing away, doesn't have the bad lighting, and if you're hitting the buttons with your specific audience and your customers, that is going to solve some problems and bring in some sales. So, in this part of the presentation, I don't want to bore you at all. This is actually exciting stuff. It's hard data that provides insights to create content that speaks to your audience about topics and ideas that you know will resonate with them. You have to know them. So, getting to know them in depth will put your video content far ahead of most of the competition. Your audience can get more specific and detailed, but if you don't have this content, you need to compile some data for them. So let's go on to the next slide here. So 68% of the YouTube audience is female, 78% is male. Look at this data right here. It kind of shows how the actual age range is. So 13 to 17-year-olds is 85%, 18 to 29-year-olds is 91%. I mean, this data right here is kind of giving you the roadmap to what kind of content that you should actually create on your YouTube channel. And again, I'm seeing some messages pop up in chat. And if you have questions, I'm going to do it at the end. So you can kind of come in and just, I guess somebody's in the waiting room, but that's okay. Is somebody in the waiting room? No, no one's in the waiting room. So anyway, this data here kind of gives you the roadmap of what kind of videos that you're going to create. So something that interests the 18 to 29-year-old at 91%, that's the kind of video that you want to put in there. So why would you create a 30-minute video on YouTube and expect to see overwhelming results if it's not geared towards your audience? So keep this in mind too, is that each visitor spends 11 minutes, 24 seconds per day on YouTube on average. Think about that for a second. 81% of 15 to 25-year-olds in the US use YouTube, and YouTube consistently gets more popular the younger the age group you look at. YouTube itself likes to quote a stat from a study it commissioned a few years ago that says on mobile alone, it reaches more 18 to 34-year-olds than any TV network. So why would you create a video about medical devices for senior citizens unless you customize the message for that audience? And again, 93% of YouTube video views happen on mobile. So ensuring that you have mobile video is important. Making sure your video works on mobile is a must. So what does that mean? So you add closed captions, subtitles in case viewers are watching with the sound off, and test their videos to ensure they look good on mobile devices. All right. So what do you want to do with all this data as a business owner? So knowing this generic YouTube data, this is a picture of your audience. And again, why would you want to create something that is for the senior citizen audience, like a medical device or a wheelchair on YouTube? Or why don't you make your medical device relatable to this audience, which is mostly male, looking at the data between the ages of 15 to 25, who spend an average of 11 minutes on the platform using mostly a cell phone. And this audience is unique and personable. This is who they are. This outlet is founded on unique and personable individuals who share their stories, hobbies, ideas, and personalities with their audience through frequent video posts. So if you have a brand or business and it's unique and your staff and products make you personable and friendly, YouTube is the channel for you. This is where your audience is. This is where you're going to sell your stuff. So if your brand is not unique or staff unique or product unique, become that business so you can talk specifically to the YouTube audience. So when you're crafting your video and you're crafting ideas, you know who you're talking to. Here is a picture of who they are. So now that you have a teeny tiny idea of who the dominant audience is, there's one other person that you need to know about. There's one other person that's called, I call an audience, that you need to know about. But first, let me see if there's anyone in here that's actually just kind of waiting. I just want to see if anybody's waiting in the room here. Okay, no. So now that you have a teeny tiny idea, there's this one other person that you need to know about. Okay, one other person. So this this person you need to know about is really, really important. And it doesn't even have to do with the quality of your video. You have to play really nice with him and satisfy his little bot friends. His name is called Algorithm. Okay. This is also, not only do you have to do your audience, but you have to impress this guy too. And he has little bots that evaluate your content. So if you're a creator working on getting more YouTube views or a brand building out your YouTube marketing strategy, the platform's algorithm counts for a lot. Now you can create a whiz bang Hollywood level special effects bonanza, but if you don't optimize your channel and videos to work with algorithm, you're going to lose. So you can try as hard as you want. That's why you look on YouTube and you see all these videos with millions and millions and millions of views. That's sometimes because Al likes it. The algorithm. You have to satisfy all of his little specific bots. So how do you do that? So here are some of the algorithm bots and how to satisfy them for an optimized video to get results. So I just want to kind of show you this piece here. 70% of what people watch on YouTube is determined by algorithm. He's got the rhythm, man. All right, so let's get into some of these bots and how to satisfy them, how to optimize your video so it actually gets noticed. It's not just about putting your video up on YouTube and hoping that it's going to get millions of views and you're going to sell your product. It's all about not only being creative and crafting your video in such a way that's going to appeal to the audience that's currently on YouTube, but it's also kind of going and creating content on a business side to satisfy these little bots, including algorithm. I know this sounds weird, but this is like the back end of YouTube that really, really most people don't know about. And you have to know about this in order to get your videos noticed. All right. So let's talk about this first bot. Now, this dude he really likes it when you optimize your videos with text. Okay. So contrary to belief, that block of text that's underneath your video isn't just a place to link to your social media. It also helps this algorithm bot surface your video when users are searching for your topic. So make sure you front load the first sentence with a clear keyword focused description of your video. And again, this is not just about posting a video. This little guy on YouTube, this text bot, goes around and looks for keywords. So if your business is a restaurant, if it's selling products, services, and you have to know what kind of keywords are related to your business and put it in the text, the description, not only the title of your video, so you satisfy this little text bot because people are searching for your stuff. All right, that's not the only guy that you have to kind of satisfy here, okay? The frequency bot, he's another guy. This guy looks and sees if you publish often. So they often say content is king. And yes, content is king. The more you put up, you're going to satisfy this frequency bot. He wants you to publish often. He's going to look at you. If you only publish once, he's going to be like, this dude is not committed. I don't really care. I'm not even going to tell anybody about your video. I'm not even going to go on YouTube and recommend your video or show your video anywhere because you don't publish often. So he looks at the quantity of videos, the frequency of your uploads. He's an important factor for the algorithm and YouTube's home screen, especially. So if you can increase quantity without losing quality, go for it. So again, not a like a spectacular video that you have to do for your business. All you simply have to do is create a video and keep putting them up there. So the more videos you publish, the better chance you'll have of hitting the right nerve. All right, so let's get into another bot here that's kind of looking at your video. This guy keeps viewers engaged throughout the whole video, and he keeps performance metrics for the algorithm in the form of view duration. So this is really important when you're creating your video, not to have it, there's a science behind it, not to have it too long, not to have it too short, but to keep people interested. View duration. The longer people look at your video, this little guy here says, hey, this is a popular video. This is cool stuff. I'm going to let everyone know about it. So there's ways to create a video that is going to make it uh, retain more and make and get attention on YouTube with the retention bot. He's looking for you. He wants you people to watch your video longer. The longer they watch, the more popular it gets and the more recognition gets built. Okay. So this guy here, the next guy is our little engagement bot. Now he loves when you engage with your community, you turn viewers into subscribers. The algorithm loves this, and we'll never stop saying this. Reply to your comments, talk to your people, be involved, put comments in your videos, include them, talk back to your audience. This bot loves it and tells everyone else on YouTube about it. This is algorithm stuff. This is what gets your videos noticed. So if they love your video, if more and more people start engaging with your video, the more likely it's going to show the video to new eyeballs. So satisfy all of these bots. Do it. It's not all about creating a video. It's about retention, how long people view your video, how engaged they are. So again, you can have 3 or 4 videos with 1 million views on YouTube. If you satisfy these bots, it'll get even more. All right, so let's get into actually what can I create for my business? What do I do? How do I create video? What do I put on YouTube? So many are at a loss for creating consistent content that this little frequency bot loves. And again, the more video you put on YouTube, YouTube starts to recognize you. I think the threshold is like 100 videos. So once you reach 100 videos, YouTube starts to say, hey, this dude is serious. This business wants to sell stuff. I'm actually going to recommend them to other people. So what do you create? Good camera, lighting, microphone, models, a script, awesome visuals. Sure, those parts of the video production are obvious and necessary. I can go on for hours talking about this in an entirely new webinar. But I'm not going to hit you over the head with something you can learn about on YouTube right now. Just go on and, you want to buy a camera, you want to put some lighting up on there, go ahead and do that. I'm going to give you a simple 3-step approach that will help identify your audience's interest level and potential subtopics you can incorporate into your video. Now, I know many of you probably came to this webinar thinking, wow, man, I want to create a cool video. Well, it's not about creating a cool video. It's not about whiz bang, alakazam. It's nothing like that. Okay. You can actually do that for production quality. I'm not saying put crappy video up there. But if you not only talk to your audience, okay, if you create content that resonates with the audience, your customers, and you know them better than anyone else, if you do that, you're going to get views. And when you start getting views, YouTube gets attention. You get YouTube's attention and you get customers' attention. And then it's a snowball effect. It just keeps going on and on and on and on. And if you satisfy all those bots, you're all set. So I'm going to give you a 3-step approach that will help you identify your audience's interest level. Okay. Now, when you are creating a video on YouTube, now this is secret stuff. Now, this is like most people don't really know about this. This is upper level YouTube production information that I'm giving you. So when you're about to create a video on YouTube, you want to say there's tools out there that you can put keywords into. For example, if you have an automotive dealership, or if you're a real estate agent, or if you bake cakes, or if you're a bakery and you create muffins or pies or whatever, you want to put your keywords in some of these tools. Google Trends is often used for identifying trends on search engines, and it also works for YouTube. It's very, very magical to learn what people are searching about on YouTube. And when you put a keyword in, you find out how many people are actually searching around that keyword. And if no one is searching around muffins, if you're a business owner that is a bakery and you're creating muffins or bread, and no one is searching bread, then you're not going to make a video on bread or put descriptions in your video's text area that says bread. So if you put bread in this Google Trends, it's going to come up with everything that is related to bread and what people are actually searching for, such as wheat or wheat bread, or how to make bread, or uh, what equipment is used to make bread. And there's tools like this, which is called Google Trends, that actually tells you what people are searching for related to your business. And how powerful is that? Did you know this even existed? Probably not. Probably not, but it's there. And it's very powerful as a business owner to kind of get in and know what people are searching for on YouTube. Now, you can identify potential keywords using YouTube suggestions. Okay. You can actually see what people are searching for on YouTube related to your business. And once you've established the interest level for your topic and you decide you'd like to move ahead, it's time to identify more keywords and ideas using YouTube. So YouTube pulls a third of the internet. Okay. Now, these are people searching for content using YouTube's search bar. So turning to YouTube suggestions for what kind of video to make is a really, really smart tactic that you can use to identify keywords and content. So again, if you're a bakery, an automotive dealership, and you put in Buick, or you put the name of the car, and again, you're trying to search for content people are actually searching for, you're actually uh, getting intel on what to create, what kind of video to create, what to talk about. So if let's say, for example, you're a car dealership and you put in an Escape, a Honda Escape, or if you put Honda in and you find out what everyone is searching for on YouTube related to Honda, and all of a sudden you find out that, hey, this brand of vehicle everyone's talking about, I'm going to do a video about it. So YouTube's auto suggest feature is very similar to Google Suggest. And as you type in that search bar, you actually know what people are searching for, and you can create a video for them as it relates to your business so you can capture their attention. Okay. There's all sorts of tricks that you can do on there with wildcards and keywords and search queries and this, that, the other thing. But again, if you go to Google Trends, this is an entirely different webinar. I'm just kind of showing you that it is possible to create content that people will actually search for. It's amazing. Ahrefs is a tool. So we're going to talk about some tools here as far as creating content. Now, Ahrefs is a tool that you want to use to gather keyword search volume. It's SEO keyword research. Everyone uses it, and you can also use this to refine your ideas to make a script based on keywords in their search volume. So again, this is telling you what kind of content to make by simply seeing what people are searching for on YouTube. So let's say people are searching for wedding gowns, and it's crazy on YouTube. Everyone's searching for wedding gowns. What kind of video are you going to produce if you're a wedding planner, so you can get the attention of the audience who's going to buy from you? That's right, a wedding gown video, right? This tool here does a great job of getting that information for you. It's called Ahrefs. It's actually a tool that costs some money, but you can try it for free, I think, for 14 days. And then from that point on, if you're serious about creating videos, this thing will give you some great ideas. All right, let's get into the next topic here, the next slide. on what keeps a user's attention. And as you can see, there's my friend Retention Bot. And the longer people view your video, if it's a 2-minute video and they view it all the way from beginning to end, that gets YouTube's attention. And YouTube says, hey, this is a good video. I'm going to let everyone know about it. And in turn, that lets everyone know about your business. So keeping your subscribers' attention isn't as difficult as you might think. And all you really have to do is pique their curiosity, okay? You use what marketing psychology experts call the information gap theory. Now, if you go on YouTube and you look on YouTube, this is a psychological tool, a psychological trick that every single YouTube user uses, okay? So basically what this says is at the beginning of the video, they usually talk to you and they say, hey, my name is such and such, and I'm going to teach you how to sew a leather jacket. Stay with me. And all of a sudden there's an intro, and then there's more content after the intro. Now you just kept your audience for a good 3 or actually you probably just kept your audience from, and it looks like I'm running out of time here. You just kept your audience. Oh, they removed the 40-minute limit. That's cool. So you just kept your audience's attention for a good maybe a minute and a half with that intro, that little description in the beginning, and then you had like a video intro, and then you went into the program. Every YouTube user uses this, okay? It's basically means that you throughout the entire video, you are keeping your audience's attention. You keep them wondering. So again, when you first start your video out, if you look at most of the professional YouTube videos with lots of views, you're there watching this, and they usually say, hi, this is John from a mechanic shop. I'm going to teach you today how to fix a flat. And then there's an intro. And then John comes back and he says, oh, yeah, we're going to teach you how to fix a flat today. And then he just kind of keeps you wondering and when you're actually going to teach somebody how to fix a flat. And that's good because YouTube says if people are watching your video for a long time, that's good for the retention bot, and you're going to get a lot of attention. All right, so let's talk about this text bot for a little while here. This is really, really, really important. Crafting a headline is a workshop all on itself, but I could get into some details. You can even answer those questions and then craft a headline that will capture their attention to satisfy the text algorithm. This is a totally different workshop on doing the title, and crafting headlines is a workshop all in itself. So I hope to within the past 30 minutes, with all that demographic data about your audience, tons of content ideas at your fingertips, and knowledge on how to keep a YouTube viewer's attention by piquing their curiosity, you're now ready to start producing some videos. So let's go into some rules to keep your videos interesting. Let's talk about this. Rule number 1 to keep your video interesting: keep it short. There's a simple rule of thumb to follow when producing video content. Keep it short. Research by Wistia shows that if there ever was a sweet spot, it would be between 6 and 12 minutes long. Now, this is apparently where engagement decay starts to set in. And as we discussed earlier, the average time a YouTube user spends on the platform is 11 minutes, 24 seconds. So this is perfectly aligned with that. But what about videos that go beyond the 12-minute mark? Now, I recommend cutting the video into 2 parts. And this way you get the viewer's undivided attention. So let's get into rule number 2. You want to grab attention within the first few seconds. We already talked about this for the retention bot. According to YouTube, you have 15 seconds to grab the attention of your audience. If you don't, there's a good chance they'll click back to find a video that better serves their needs. So the best hooks identify what your audience stands to gain. They're specific, clear, and easy to understand. So you want to grab their attention within the first few seconds. And for busy viewers, this approach is perfect. It acts as a form of reassurance that clicking on this video based on its title and thumbnail was a good idea. Now, let me show you something. This is what I was talking about earlier, like the photo or creative title on the front page of a newspaper or magazine that catches your eye while you stand in line at the checkout counter. Your video has to do the same thing. It's called a sting. You grab attention within the first few seconds, and then you show your message after that. So people can skip or scroll past your video at this point. So you want to try to convey your core message before that point in your video within the first kind of minute, not even like less than a minute. Your video has to do the same. So let's go into rule number 4 is to grab and keep attention. So now that you have that intro, you have a description of your video, you're talking about in the video itself, and then you kind of want to keep their attention. So after you share how your audience will gain with that hook and that stab that I talked about, identify yourself and the brand that you represent. Then tell your audience what you'll be sharing with them in the video. And remember that little theory that I was talking about. So here's the anatomy of a perfect YouTube video. Like within that first 18 couple of seconds, you want to grab attention and then keep attention. You want to sting and then you want to inform. Keep them engaged. If you get past that 1 minute mark from a viewer, you're golden. Let's get into rule number 5. Demonstrate a product which gives them the confidence to buy. You want to explain a service. You want to be able to describe its service to a potential customer. It can be difficult. And here is your chance to explain your service in simple terms. I'm going to elaborate on topics you discovered when doing research that I mentioned earlier. So again, sting and inform. Keep it personal. Put some bright graphics, some quick cuts. Keep them within those first at least 18 seconds, or at least within a minute. And here at this point here, you want to solve a problem because YouTubers love it when you solve a problem for them. Your video should explain what makes your product or service different and how it's going to help them. You want to share your expertise here too. You can do that. You can share what you know, and that will build your reputation as someone who knows what they're talking about. And then at the very end of the video, so this is talking about an anatomy of a video. You want to include a call to action in your video and in your YouTube description. Use keywords, related topics. I mean, after all, they're watching your video. So have a call to action. Why are they watching? Do you want them to buy? Do you want them to call you? Do you want them to send an email? Do you want them to sign up for a webinar? What do you want them to do? Add something in there. What action do you want your viewers to take? Let them know by including a clear call to action at the end of the video. Include a link and tell people they can click through for more information. If you're sharing a special promo, encourage people to buy now, to take advantage of the deal. Encourage your viewers to click, to either watch more or do whatever. Shop now, make a purchase, insert that call to action in the actual video, and include interactive call to action in your end screen. I mean, these are just tips and tricks that I'm telling you that are easy. So here's the anatomy of a YouTube video that's successful, and you satisfy all the bots, including the retention bot. So in the beginning, you want to grab their attention within the first few seconds, which is called a sting. Then you inform them at that middle of the video. And then at the end, you have a call to action. If you get that far, that's awesome. Not only will you get the sale, but you'll satisfy every single bot on YouTube. You make everyone happy. You will increase views on your YouTube videos, and you will also increase business. Now, this all sounds so easy, but it's not, and you can't give up on it. You cannot give up. It's hard. All right, let's get into some tools at the very end here. Let's get into some tools. I actually have to admit some people because I think they're actually just coming in now. So okay, there we go. You guys are coming in late, but that's okay. We're at the very end of this presentation. We're 33 minutes into it, and I promised only 30 minutes, but I am recording this, and I'm sending everyone an email at the end so they can review this or ask me any questions. And again, I'm going to have questions at the end of this. So if you want to do it in chat in the meantime, and I'll be happy to answer questions for you. So right now, here's the very end of it. I'll talk about some tools on how to create video for YouTube, which is very, very easy to do. Here are my top 5 tools. Canva is one of my favorite. Capwing is another one. Adobe Spark, Animoto, and FlexClip. And all of these have different levels of expertise to them. And some are easier to use than others. There are subtle differences in the editor, integrations, and advanced options, but I'm not here to compare. I personally like Canva. They have more templates, and the monthly fee is super, super reasonable. I mean, we're talking like $12 a month for unlimited music, unlimited stock videos, but you have to know what to do. You have to kind of know the psychology of it. So not only do you have to design something that's really, really attractive, you kind of got to do the science behind it too, and kind of take a look at what kind of videos you're creating for all those algorithm bots. It's not an easy thing to do. So normally at this point, I would challenge myself and create a video right in front of you, but I do not have time for that. So what you can do is go to thedvshow.com/YouTube Summit and check it out. And we're going to be doing a lot of things on there. You can also go to thedvshow.com, listen to our podcast, and we have a lot of information on there as far as creating YouTube videos as well as videos for your business. All right, so this is the time in this little webinar to kind of take questions. So if you have anything that you kind of viewed or kind of confused about what you need to do, I mean, if you want, ask a question right ahead there in the chat, or you can raise your hand and I'll put something live, I'll put your voice live or whatever. I won't embarrass you. But if you want to ask a question, go ahead and chat, or I'll just open up the microphones here. So if you want to unmute yourself, you can say something and then we'll go from there. Otherwise, I am going to, I'm actually going to send everyone who participated. It was like 50 participants who signed up, who registered for this webinar, and only a few of you showed up. But I will send an email out to this presentation so you can watch it again along with some other goodies. And yes, Monica, I do have other webinars about producing videos. I have tons of them. So if you go to dvshow.com, this is all that we do. This is all that I do, all that we do. We teach people how to create better video. So yes, I do have other webinars about producing video. Specifically, there's one coming up on the 17th of February called Create Etsy Product Listing Videos That Sell. So Tanika, you have a tutoring center. What is the recommended video length? Now, for something on YouTube, you do not want to put a whole hour of video up on YouTube. People are just not going to watch. It's going to be boring. They're going to flip through. But if it's something that if it's a tutorial or a tutoring center, you can probably do that. But it's recommended to break up your video in 20-minute segments or 15-minute segments and then link over to the next. So if you have an hour video, cut it up into like 4 pieces of pie. The first 15 minutes, the next 15 minutes, the next 15 minutes, the next 15 minutes. So you have 4 videos if it's an hour. Put it up on YouTube and connect them all. Or you can just put the whole thing up there if it's something that you don't want to link to, if you just want it private. So I'd like to know what tutoring center that is, Tanika, and what you actually do. That would be interesting. All right, 5 more minutes. I'll take a couple of more questions. And in the meantime, you can visit us at thedvshow.com. I'll put this up again, /YouTube Summit. You can visit us, be social with us on Twitter. Of course, we're on YouTube, and we love LinkedIn. You're not going to find us on Facebook or Instagram as of yet, but that's where we are, Twitter, YouTube, or LinkedIn, or just visit us at thedvshow.com. You're very welcome. I hope you guys like this webinar. All of you listened through all to the very end. Hopefully I was helpful. On a scale of 1 to 10, just type in there what you think on a scale of 1 to 10. Yeah. Is there a course or certificate for algorithm? Oh boy, I wish there was. Yeah, that algorithm is tricky, but you can look back at this webinar and kind of look at that section there, and it's really easy to satisfy Al. All right, so I'm going to ask one more time. Please rate this webinar in the chat. Monica gave me a 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think? It'd be very, very helpful to continue. All right. In the meantime, visit me at thedvshow.com/YouTube Summit. Thanks for watching. And again, you will be receiving an email with the replay of this webinar. Thanks again.